Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Scouting, and we are here on Murovanka. It's an encounter battle, and I am in my Type 64, which is rapidly becoming my favorite scout. And yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Chaffee, but yeah, I'm starting to think the Type 64 is edging you out of my favorites position. This is a great tank. It is a perfect active scout. It is a perfect passive scout. It can do everything. It is a damage dealer, and it is everything about scout tanks that I love. And I've been bringing you quite a few passive scouting videos recently, showing passive scouting on different maps, so I'm going to be showing you some active scouting. And if I'm going to be active scouting, there isn't a better tank to do it in than the Type 64. Thing about encounter games is many of your team like to camp the ridge here, and it is a scout's job to pretty much get as many spots as you can early on in the game and stop the enemy team from advancing through the forest. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to be relying on my camo rating, I'm going to be relying on my maneuverability, and as I say, this tank can do everything. So we're advancing aggressively into the forest. I want to stop the enemy team from coming down through the forest. And I'm not sitting in a bush like you would see me do in other scouts. I am continuing to inch forward. I am going to trust my camo rating. So I'm just sitting here where there's a break in the bushes. And there we go. IS-8, I've spotted him. He has not spotted me. I'm reversing. And I'm waiting for my team to kill him. So I did not open fire. Unfortunately, he's in a dip and my team are having trouble spotting him. So I advance forward, and I've got teammates advancing up the zero line. IS-8 is dead, so I figure it's safe to shoot. Type 64 has great camo rating even on the move, or when you're shooting your gun. So again, we're moving forward. And I actually managed to hit the E50 there. I didn't realize I did that during the game, but again, I've moved forward. I'm too close to the Ag Panther. Don't really want to shoot, but maybe I can track him. That's what I'm playing around with. So we're relying on our camo, but side of a T-28 prototype, dangerous tank. I still have not been spotted. Oh, now I have. So, lucky track on the Ag Panther 2. I'm pulling back. But we're on the front lines. We're spotting tanks for my teammates. So again, advance forward. Still a lot of tanks on the enemy team have not been spotted. So we're just very, very slowly inching forward. I'm going to hang in this bush for a moment, see if I spot anything. Okay, I've got side shots on the T-34. I'm not spotting anything towards my front. So I reckon I'm fairly safe. I haven't been spotted again. And then all of a sudden a T-69 appears from behind. So let's do a little bit more damage, trying to track him. And he dies before I get my final shot in. So still two enemy tanks on the enemy team that have not been spotted, but we know where everything else is, so we're just going to work on the Black Prince. So, no more shots yet. He's still reversing. There we go. And again, someone kills him before we manage the final kill shot. So we haven't killed anything yet, but we've done over 1,000 damage. And again, it's time to get active. It's time to go start spotting these enemy tanks. So I know there's an IS-3 around here somewhere. No idea where the IS-3 has gone. Oh, there he is. He's to my right, but I've got my eyes on the T-34. So, put 2 shots into the T-34, and again, I'm aware of the tanks on the hill. Pull back into a little bit of cover. Let's get some more damage done. ISU is the priority target. He's the more dangerous tank. But unfortunately, we're starting to bounce. So he's pointing at me, and I decide to hide. So IS-3 is in front of me. Let's put a building between me and him. ISU is my priority target. So, thankfully, I dodge and miss him. He's on a reload. I've got time to flank him, but he's knows what he's doing. He's reversed against the corner of the map. But, nope. I managed to wedge myself in before he can get fully around. And there we go. A little bit more. So, I've got a choice, IS-8 or IS-3, but the IS-8 dies, so that just leaves the IS-3. Now, I do want to point out that this was a 43%er. I think I forgot to point that out at the beginning of the game. So, at the beginning of the game, I needed to be aggressive. I needed to spot tanks for my team. Especially in a 43%er. Even the worst players can't fail to fire at tanks you're spotting. So we set the IS-3 on fire. And again, he dies before we get our final shot in. So there we have it, Type 64, just some active scouting, because I have been bringing you quite a lot of passive scouting recently. And it was a really, really, really good game. We finished top on XP with 1541. We didn't finish top on damage, but pretty close to it with 2,272, considering I was bottom tier. But I'm in a Type 64. That's just what Type 64s do. We fired 33 shots, 29 were hits, only 21 were penetrations. So the only thing that some might say is a weakness of the Type 64 is the penetration on normal rounds just is a little bit low, which does cause you to bounce quite a few shots. We did detect 4 enemies. We damaged 8 and destroyed 2. And we did almost 4,000 spotting damage. So we earned 82,000, almost 83,000 credits after costs. And it was the first game of the day, so 4,622 XP with a premium account doubled. So sometimes, when your team aren't very good, you really, really have to step up your game, get them targets to shoot at, and be a damage dealer yourself. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.